Hey, what's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. Y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Hey guys, I have a beautiful game that I want to share with y'all, with me versus Ninad Chess. A very strong player from India, very strong, but I had a hit on with, my secret weapon opening for black guys, for all y'all that like to attack and everything. If you have not played this opening, before, I guarantee you guys, you're going to want to love to play this opening. It's very fun. It's very tactical. It's very easy to learn and everything. So, yeah, guys, don't knock it till you try it. So, without further ado, let's actually get started in this opening. All right, guys. So, obviously, my opponent played as white. I played as black. So the game started as it goes as follows: D4. I play e5. For all y'all that don't know, yes, I sacrificed the pawn on e5 due to the fact that if he does take, he gets. In other words, if he takes, D captures, he takes. Oh, my bad, guys. Take bishop captures d6. The whole point is getting lead in development. Once you get lead in development, stuff like bishop g4, knight c3, knight c6, maybe e4, queen e7, you get fast development. As you see, we have one piece in development. We want to cancel queenside, get the rook on the d file, which is also part of development. It starts a fast attack, So if a lot of y'all haven't seen my videos about this, definitely check it out. I'm not going to go all the way through it because, like I said, I have a whole bunch of videos about it. All right. So let's actually start from the beginning, guys. So d4, e5. Instead of my opponent taking, he actually goes knight f3. I just go d6. He takes, I go bishop g4 automatically, and he takes another pawn, which is fine because now I go bishop captures d6. I have a lead in development. What I want to do is I want to go knight c6, queen 7, and then castle queenside, where I have the rook on a d file, which is it's going to be very devastating for the opponent. So g3 is played. I go knight c6, bishop g2, and I go h5 automatically. He goes h3. I go bishop f5. So far so good. I don't want to get attacked. So I have other options now with bishop on f5. I can now maybe play something like knight b4, or maybe go queen e7 and castle queenside, and then knight b4. I have different options. It's just so many things that you can do with black when you play this. So it almost seems like every move is almost like an attacking move in a way. He goes c3, so he prevents me from going d4 and knight b4, which is still fine because now I go queen d7. And the whole point of queen d7, usually, and honestly, guys, usually I will go queen e7 in this position, but by me going queen d7, it's actually preventing white from actually castling kingside, because if he castles kingside, then I can actually take on bishop captures h3. So that's the reason why I did queen d7. But also, I'm also looking at castle queenside as well to put more pressure. And then my last best bet would be maybe knight f6 or maybe knight g to e7. All right, so what happened here? Yeah, so my opponent goes queen a4. Not a bad move at all. I castle queenside. Obviously, the engine gave me a excuse me, guys. My opponent or the engine gave me an accuracy on this part. I don't think it's an inaccuracy. I don't think so. I mean, yes, he got bishop b3, but I played this so many times. I actually have a university on my university course. I actually talk about this, and black is actually fine, but obviously with the engine is saying inaccuracy. But I highly disagree with that. All right, so bishop g5 is played, and I go f6. I go f6 because eventually I want to do a pawn storm with g7, g5, and then I want to go knight g to e7, maybe knight d5 to b6, maybe, like, who knows, depending on what he wants to do. Bishop f4, which was an accuracy. I know the engine said I should have just took and then maybe hit him with knight e7 to get a tempo, but I decided to go g5 anyway. And by him taking, I go queen captures on d6. Knight b to d2. So in this position, I wanted to develop my last piece. My last piece that's not developed, as y'all can already see, logically, is this knight on g8. So that's why I go knight g to e7. He castles queenside. Rule of thumb: if your queen is in front of the rook, most likely you wanted to move it out the way. But also at the same time, move it out the way where you could still have some threats and you can still attack something. So what I did is I moved to queen c5. The reason why this is the best move because number one, I get out of the line of sight, of the rook on here, but also I'm hitting queen captures f2, and then also, guys, I'm in front of the king, where I could put more pressure, knight d5, and maybe I want to, sacrifice because you also have to be mindful that I do have my light square bishop that's controlling this light squares. You know what I mean? So anytime you have a bishop, a dark square bishop or light square bishop where you're controlling these squares and everything, you want to make sure that, you could kind of like cut the king off, but at the same time, build your pieces in front of the king to the point where you may be able to sacrifice something in order to checkmate him, So, and that's what you want to do. All right. Um, so he goes e3, in which in his mind he's thinking, oh, he's trying to take on f2. But I mean, that's one of the things that I could have done, but that's not overall what I would really wanted to do. So the move that I played was knight d5. The crazy part about this is the engine actually wanted me to go bishop d7, which was the crazy part. Bishop d7 when I was analyzing it. And as y'all can see here, bishop d7, which is where black, or which is what the engine wanted me to go. But the more I look at this, I like my move knight d5. I don't know if I got okay, I didn't get an accuracy for that, which is great. So knight d5 was actually good, And like I said, this is what I want. I wanted knight capture c3. And of course, guys, my opponent did a crazy move. He goes knight d4. This is definitely the wrong move here. As y'all can see, this is way off. So you're probably wondering, like, yo, what the heck did you do in this position? Well, guys, in this position, matter of fact, can y'all figure it out? Can y'all actually figure out what I did in this position right here? Obviously, this kind of doesn't help because I don't think my webcam is actually blocking the notations. I know it's blocking some of it, but I don't think it's blocking all of it. I ain't gonna know until I actually see after this. But anyway, if you already know, guys, you're probably looking at knight captures d4. Knight captures d4 is a great move, and it's actually the move that that the engine suggested. The engine suggested queen captures d4 because if queen captures d4, he does have the move knight f4. The whole point is if he goes queen captures, knight e2 is checkmate, and that is a threat. Another interesting thing about this move is with knight f4, it's not like this queen could be this queen cannot be captured. Even if the pawn takes on a knight, I do have rook captures d4 taking the queen. This is like literally a win-win for black. There's really nothing that white can do to defend against these type of threats, which is crazy. All right. So, but yeah, that would have been a move, guys. But however, guys, the move that I played, the move that I did play, I played knight captures c3. Now, to be honest with you guys, I thought this was actually an awesome move. And the reason why I say this because I think I still go with the same plan in a way. I feel like I still have the same plan. I feel like I could still come off with something. And the reason why I say that is because the reason why I play knight captures c3 is if b captures c3, my threat is rook captures d4. And as you see, I didn't get an inaccuracy with this move here. That's what I saw. So I play moves that sometimes the engine, it seems like the engine ain't seeing that either. But obviously after this rook captures d4 move, it's like, oh, this is the best move. So, and the whole point of this is obviously the queen cannot take due to my knight will capture the queen. Obviously the pawn can't take because the queen is pinning this pawn. So, but if for some reason the pawn decides to take, then obviously queen captures c3 is checkmate. It's nothing that he can do in his position, So, but even after rook captures d4, the best move for him would most likely be c4 and then rook d3. Yes, it does make the game a little bit longer, but it does give black an advantage. I think it does. But yes, but like we said before, the best move in that position after knight d4 is actually knight captures d4, because I think when knight catches d4 is very forcing. Even after e catches d4, um, we do have moves like knight captures c3, which is very, very forcing. Very, very forcing. Because again, he still can't take because of this is checkmate. Um, Another thing, he still can't take the queen because of knight e2 is checkmate as well. So it's like that actually would be the best move. Even though I thought of some other stuff and it kind of works, but at the same time, it still prolonged the game because, you know, white still has some defense move. Whereas taking the knight right away is definitely all the moves that I need, you know, and it works. All right. So what did I do in this game? So, which I already just showed y'all what I did in the game. I did knight capture c3. What did my opponent play? My opponent played queen c4, which was definitely a blunder in here because now I just hit him with knight captures a2 checkmate. That's actually how I defeated my opponent. You know, he missed that, you know, again, he must have missed this light square bishop, you know, guarding this light square, but also he missed the fact that the queen is pinned because his queen is in front of his queen, and it's not like he could take. So he was pretty much trapped himself, got himself in a smother mate. But yeah, this was literally 17 moves, guys. 17 moves. A ugly smothers mate, as I would like to say. You know, pretty crazy, guys. So, but yes, guys, I wanted to show y'all this game to to let y'all understand, you know, understand certain tactics, understand certain key ideas and everything. If you have light square bishops cutting off the king, make sure you build up the pressure on that king so that you can make that happen. All right. So, again, guys, I will save this game here so that y'all can definitely check it out and maybe y'all can see something better, which should actually help y'all out. So, but anyway, guys, if you like this video, definitely like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.